Hello, guys, and good morning. My name is Miss Grabowski, and this is the Grabowski Morning Show. How are you guys doing? I would love you guys to live stream with me this morning. I was getting ready to do this live in the streaming app, but then I decided, no, I want, you know, I don't want as much traffic as I normally get. I'll go in the streaming app later today. But to all of the subscribers who have subscribed to my channel, I would love for you guys to come in here this morning and let us talk. I have put the link. What's up, Monique? I just looked up and saw y'all. Hey, Nina. I put the link in the messages down there, and also my Cash App. Good morning. Good morning. So we're gonna have a strong conversation about Black mothers and what I refer to as Mommy Dearest. Hey Daisy, good morning. Y'all come on in. I hope y'all slept well last night. I really do. I didn't sleep so good last night. I really did not. I just kept waking up. I don't know. I didn't get enough exercise yesterday. Um, Good morning, Chef. Didn't get a lot of exercise yesterday, so I want to make sure that I go for a walk or at least do some cardio inside the house because it just helps me to rest well. Um, but my heart is heavy this morning, and I don't want to weigh y'all down. But y'all know this is a deep lane, so this is certainly alive for the deep lane. Okay. And I put the link down there because I don't want to be up here today by myself. I want some people to come up. Now, it's difficult because the last time I did this and put the link in the chat, you got other content creators who are really immature and shitty, and they want to sabotage my channel. And I really hate that because, like I said from the beginning, Chef Dennis, my channel is not for everybody. I never came for them. I never called. I didn't want them over here. You know what I'm saying? But I can't help whose radar I'm on. I can't help who watches me and who listens, and I can't help that. So that's just the YouTube engagement. But I'm serious when I say that I never because I knew that the channel is not for everybody. I know people don't want to take the deep dive. I understand that people don't want to do better, and they don't want to connect the dots. They don't want to figure out what's going on with them. They're not interested in uh, evolving and having their loved ones evolve. They're not looking for change. They don't want to, understand like what life is. They're kind of like asleep. People are, I had a conversation with a friend guy of mine the other day, and we both came to the conclusion that folks are just asleep. You know what I'm saying? They're just eating and living and working, and you know what I'm saying? They're in the routine, but they don't want to take the deep dive. But I'm a deep diver, and we're diving deep this morning. So if I want you guys to share the live out, and I wish Bruce would come up and have this conversation with me today, and the moderators too, as you guys come on in. But it's been a lot. I like really got shook up yesterday listening to Rosie and her daughter, and listening to her daughter beg her for understanding, beg her for validation, beg her to love her, to listen to her. My spiritual mentor, she and I had a conversation um, about a year or so ago, and she let me know that her daughter, which is my age, had gone into therapy, and that her daughter came to her and told her she's got some issues with her, that she got some issues about her childhood, and she wanted to have a conversation, not so much as from mother to daughter or from daughter to mother, but from woman to woman. You know what I mean? Um, which I can relate to that. And I asked my spiritual mentor, I said, well, how did you feel about that? And at first she wasn't so, giddy about it. Like, how dare you? I've done the best that I could. But over since her daughter has been into therapy, has been taking a deep dive, has been looking into her own soul and want to know, like, like, what's wrong with me? Because when you realize that, good morning, Sonia and Miss Walker, when you realize that, anxiety, for example, like if you deal with a lot of anxiety or you feel like you can't be your best self, there's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? So as her daughter started going through therapy and started healing, then the mama got more comfortable in it, and then they were able to communicate just like me and my mother. You know what I'm saying? But the beginning of a situation is sometimes, well, when you go and speak with someone about your life, they're going to take you back to the beginning. Okay? That's the advice I gave Rosie yesterday. They're going to take you back. Like, you're going to be sitting there with your person, whether it's your coach or your therapist. They're going to take you back to the beginning of that first family that you were in. Okay, so hit the link. Do you see the link? Um, okay, I would love to have you on. Yeah, so they're going to take you back to the beginning so that you could tell them, if you can remember, because some people, their childhood have been so terrible that they have, their brain have stored memories so deep and so far back that the brain don't even want you to remember, because it's trying to save you. That's the job of the brain, to save you. So my spiritual mentor, she and her daughter, they're doing well now. The daughter is older than me; she's 55, and everything. So yesterday when I saw, okay, yesterday when I saw Rosie's daughter so desperately try to get her mother to understand how she was feeling, and she kept saying over and over again, "You never listen to me." And I'm gonna be transparent here, and I'll say with my oldest son, sometimes what happens with he and I, we do this sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I've had to learn over time to shut my mouth and let him speak. Let him tell me in his word, because he's not a little boy anymore. You know what I mean? He's way older than I was when I had him. Good morning, Sierra. He's way older than I was when I had him. He's close to 40. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? So he's a man. And so me as his mother and a woman, I have to be quiet enough to let him speak freely. I can't be sitting there tearing my face up. I can't be sitting there, doing the most. You know what I'm saying? I got to listen to him and give him the space and the just the place where he could speak freely and not have to worry about whether or not how I feel. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not. There you go. Let's see. And hey, Chef, how you doing?
I'm good, yourself.
I'm doing good. I'm glad to have you this morning. Thanks for coming up.
Yes, I saw you. You know, I'm always following you. I'm always checking you out.
Okay, thank
You're
you.
doing a great job. I always tell you, the haters gonna be haters. So we kill all that. We don't want to hear all that. I mean, they going like you said, they gonna hate. So, but you're doing a great job, and you're having fun with the same thing. And the good thing about it is that you feel good about what you're doing, and you love it, and people are interested in what you have to say, and you keep encouraging people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I my biggest thing is to spread awareness. You know that when it
Yeah.
comes to mental health, this morning, this thing is near and dear to my heart because what I saw yesterday is what I've gone through myself, and I understand as a mother how important it is for your child to be able to communicate with you. Do you have children?
Yes, I do. I have two daughters.
Are they adults?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Um, can I ask you a question? How is you and your mother's relationship? Is it good in your words? Is it a good
Uh,
relationship?
well, my parents.
Yeah, just with your mother.
Oh yes, my mom's.
Yeah. Okay. So my relationship with my mom was very turbulent. And I saw that movie a long time ago called Mother Dearest when I was just a little girl. And that movie resonated with me. And beyond that point, I started calling my mother that because my mother was emotionally dysregulated. And it was hard growing up in her house as a little girl with my mother, going off all the time, cussing, being depressed, and just, probably needing some counseling or therapy of her own. Now, when I was a child, I couldn't verbalize it that way because I'm a kid. You know what I mean? I'm
Mhm.
just I'm just mad with my mama. Like, what's wrong with you? You're hurting me. You're not supporting me. I was like that. And I used to talk about it all the time. But once I got into therapy and started searching my own soul, I saw myself and how I had related to my children. And then at that point, I was able to forgive my mother and to understand she and our situation, her being my mom, I'm being her child. So this morning, I want to talk to the mothers. And I know you got a mother too. So is there anybody else that want to come up? Um, this is what I want to say. This is the whole gist of it this morning.
It, sure.
Yes, good
I
morning.
do want. So I don't want you to think because I said I have a good relationship with my mother. There were rough times with my mom's too.
Tell me about
Um, even with my mother right now. I'm older now. I'm 47. So right, just I mean, I had everybody's not have the right family to be raised in. I was just one of the fortunate ones. You know what I'm saying, in that circumstance. But my mother's a hoarder. She's bad. But with that being said, my mother and father, their relationship, was destroyed because of that. You know what I'm saying? My mom's and my father got married when my mother was 16 and my father was 20. So you got two parents raising, you know, uh, a child. I was, so it wasn't easy. So to get to this point where I'm at today is because of my life trials and tribulations. But most certainly, it was my relationship with God. And I know this is not the platform for that. But
yes,
listen,
yes, it
no,
is. Go
no,
ahead.
I mean, I want to stay on the topic because I want people to know that as a man, like it was rough. I grew up, and I had two other siblings that went to foster care. It's five of us, you know what I'm saying? So that took a toll on me being the oldest, you know what I'm saying? And our relationship with my two brothers that was in foster, they got out of it, but it was tough. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, we look at, well, I blame my mother because she wasn't together. You know what I'm saying? So we got separated. We were supposed to be together, but we were separated. You know what I'm saying? So, our parents sometimes do things that they feel like is right, but it's wrong, and it sometimes it does have an effect on us as an adult. You know what I'm saying? It really does. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, with my case, it was a little different. I had both my parents, but my mother and father at a young age was separated. So that took a lot because I was bad. I was like rough in the streets and getting
Can
to
I ask
fight.
you? I don't mean to stop you, but how
Yeah,
old how old were you when they separated?
phew, maybe like 5.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that was rough.
yeah.
Mm,
You know,
emotional.
didn't see my dad often, because they was going through their thing. So my mom was just taking care of us, and at that time, my mother was taking care of three boys, same father, me and my brothers, same mother, same father, three of us. So it was rough. Listen, I don't want nobody to think I'm telling a sad story, but it's the truth. And that's how I got through it. Look, it was so cold. Look, it was so cold in our house sometimes, right? We had to have coats and hats on in the house. So I look back at my life and I say, man, my mom's did all that. So I didn't hold a grudge. Some people will, but you know, just to overcome that was a rough. It was a rough story. And so
So okay. So was there ever a period with you where you were mad with your mother when you were younger? Can you remember? You say you were bad, so you were acting out.
yep. So if you want to, we could say that because of I didn't receive the love that I wanted. That I was supposed to get. I was doing all type of stuff, getting to everything, doing everything, everything under the sun. So, you know, I never been arrested, but just because my mom's wasn't, and I felt like, as a child, my middle brother, my mom's would give him more because he was good, got good grades in school, so she gave him more. So, I had that type of mentality growing up. Oh, you gonna treat him better than me? So, that was rough.
Yeah,
Um,
and especially you being, I have four children. So my oldest son has more trauma than the other ones because he was with me when I was younger, and you know what I'm saying? I was not so good of a person when I had him. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's normally the oldest child endure the most
you,
stuff.
yeah, you absolutely
Mhm.
right. The oldest child endured the most. I got the most beatings. The rest of them, they didn't get beat
See,
like I got.
right.
And just to show you, I am older now, so I realize that, Lord, because of my mother and father frustration, they took it out on me
Yes.
mostly because I was the one acting out. So they said, "Oh, you know what? You don't know how to act." They beat me. So I got beatings, and the rest of them they really didn't get beaten like that.
Yeah, my son, that you and my son got a very similar story. And see, I'm his mother, and I've had introspection and healing. So when I look back, and now my heart is completely different than what it used to be, and it's a hard thing to facilitate inwardly, here and here, in the brain and in the mind, because he got beat a lot. And he came to me one day when he was 11, 12 years old, and he said, please don't argue with him because he takes it out on me.
Hmm.
I was like, oh my God, and so like I said, this live is near and dear to my heart because these things that we experience, as young people, and then now with Rosie's daughter not being so young, like my daughter here in the kitchen, if she wasn't working, maybe she could come and talk, but we've done some things that we need to admit to. And then for now with my son, he's 36 and he's a man, but he still got feelings. You see what I'm saying? And he
Right.
still feels some type of way about what he endured as me being his mother. And those are the things I want to talk about today. I do not feel that it's right. And I'm just going to be honest from my experience. I don't tell my children I did the best I could. I don't want anybody to say that. I just want everybody to take that off the plate. Just take it off. Don't say, well, I did the best that I could. Don't say that. What do y'all think in the chat? What do y'all think about the comment? Or Steph, what do you think about what I just said? Taking that off the table.
I mean, if you take it off the table, first of all, when you take that off the table, they're acknowledging their accountability because of the things they did. So they acknowledge the accountability. So when they say, "No, I'm not going to say I did my best," because in their heart they really know they didn't do their best. They want to cope with the fact that they messed up. You know what I'm saying? They really messed up, and guess what? Through them messing up, it caused a lot of pain. It caused a lot of hurt. And
Hmm.
and that's the reality of it.
It
Some
is a
people might not
reality.
They
Hmm.
don't want to believe it, but that's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Hmm.
Uh, it's
Yeah,
sad. It
it is
hurt.
sad. And also, with that reality, uh, we carry the hurt, the pain, and the mental illness and the emotional illness. We carry these things until, like you say, you met the Lord, you gave your life to God, you took the deep dive into your spiritual world and
Yeah,
began to facilitate your emotional, your mental, and all that stuff. Me, I did the same thing, and then I've gone beyond that. I Mental health is just my thing because that resonates more with me, because I wanted to know about all the different parts of my psyche and all of it. You know what I'm saying? So accountability is correct. And I want people to know that I'm here in this YouTube and I'm saying to parents, this is like really big on my heart, even though I don't talk about it a lot. But this is the thing. Like, if I had to narrow it down to one thing that I would talk about, it would be this. It would be this. And for the people who have smaller children, please, if you have mental health challenges, please go get some help, because the damage that you do to your children, they'll deal with it up to 45, 50 years old and sometime beyond. And that's the truth.
that's true. The found. When you talk about they got mental health, you want to look at it like the foundation. The moms and dad is the foundation of their children. So if their relationship between the two is poor, then what you expect your children to have? They're gonna grow up with having poor relationships. They're not gonna have good communication skills. So if the mother and the father of the children don't have good communication, trust me, you're not gonna have a successful relationship with the opposite sex. You're not gonna
Boy,
do that.
oh my God, you ain't got to tell me my relationships were terrible.
Yeah, and look, and Cheryl, you think about that. That's the beginning right there. If
Mhm.
you have a poor relationship with your mother or father, let's just say you got a good relationship with one of the parents and you got a poor relationship with the other. I promise you, you're going to have a bad relationship with the opposite sex.
Yes,
Whether if it's the mother, you got a good relationship, and you got a poor one with your father. Listen, because there are things that your father will tap in that your mom's not going to tap into,
yes,
mentally. You know what
yes,
I'm saying? And then vice versa with the mother. The mother is going to only do the parts of a woman part, but and I mean, I'm sorry, the man is only going to do with the man. And then if the mother's not, she's absent, listen, the father's only going to do but so much. And
yes.
then now what happens when you go and trying to find love? How do you find it? Because you don't know what true love is because you didn't see it. It's not an example for you. So you are just learning the way of life. You're
Listen, amen to that. Amen to that. How do you find love when you've not been shown the picture of it? You don't know what it looks like, and you don't even know what it feels like. You see us both ways.
That's
And
it.
now you're starting off, and boy, 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 you're going to be headed for a whole lot. And that's my story.
Yeah, you're gonna be. Listen, and I heard you. Look, and you know what? I heard you talk about your marriage before, right? Same thing with me. Listen, I look. It is over. It's over and done with. I have dissecting my second marriage was a little different because what I went through my first marriage. You know what? There was things that I said. You know what? I would never do again. I would never let nobody talk to me like that. I would never. We say mental and verbally abuse. No, I would
Mm,
never let nobody do that. That same thing would happen to me in my first marriage. You know what I'm saying? I let things go and look at from a different aspect. And now I was like, yo, I'm never doing that again. So, when you think about mental health, it's important because you want to be loved the same love you give, you want to reciprocate it. You want somebody to give it
right.
back to you the same way. You know what I'm saying?
It's,
Not saying, oh, because you did this, I'm gonna do this. No, you listen, you gotta love with unconditional. And guess what? I didn't that's my first marriage wasn't like that.
well,
She wasn't like
right.
she was Puerto Rican. So, and I'm not saying nothing against Puerto Ricans, but she was, and guess what? What I didn't do was I didn't get to know her. I didn't, actually, you know, value her. I didn't put her as a queen. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do all those things. But so I
Mhm.
learned from my mistakes, but
How
now
old were you when you got married the first time?
27.
27. Okay, that was young. Yeah.
Yeah. and
Mhm.
she was 20.
Oh wow.
But my maturity wasn't there. So I'm taking accountability. I did things that were immature, that wasn't, a husband was supposed to do. I didn't do. So, and that's what we talking about, mental thing. Listen, when I got my first divorce, it was not easy. It was rough. So
Wasn't
guess
it
what? Rough.
rough?
And you got to, and look, and people want the easy way out. I didn't even want to fight for it. I was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I supposed to have fought for it because I was wrong. I did things that was not supposed to be done. Mentally, forget about the natural aspect of the physical part. No, I'm talking about the mental thing. The mental is more important than the physical. So
Hmm.
you can get over it. You can get look. You get a little bruise, you get over it. But when you deal with the mental, the mind,
Hmm.
that could
Yep.
fester over to the rest of your life. Till you
Yeah,
leave
because
the
those pathways are created in that brain, honey, and it's set in stone.
That's it.
Set in stone. I
You got
want to
that.
read
Yeah.
Sonia's comment. Let me read Sonia's comment. She said, I had a grown 54-year-old man say he didn't know what accountability is. He wanted me to explain it to him. I said,
Oh man, what you want to say about that, Cheryl?
oh boy, that's some serious underdevelopment.
Big time. Big
Oh my
time.
God, that's critical. A
I,
54-year-old man that says he doesn't know what accountability is. I think he's pulling your leg. He
I
does know what it is.
I think so too. I think so too.
He just wants you to believe that he doesn't know.
Cause
I I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. 54, he know what it is.
Yeah, but he don't want to be that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Diana says I would have sent him to a Webster dictionary. That part.
Woo.
Okay. um again, y'all, the link is in the comment section. So if you want to come up, feel free. So chef, so your dad. So dad left the house. Was he around?
What, my dad?
Yeah.
Oh well, when I told you earlier, and I said that my two brothers were separated. They were in foster care.
Hmm.
I went to live with my father from there.
Oh, so you went to him.
Yep. But
Oh,
three of the brothers that I share with the same mother, we went to live with my father, and
oh,
they were put into diapers
so you were separate from mom. All of y'all was separate from her from that point on,
from 5. Yeah, from 5 on. Yeah.
and she never got it together.
Nah.
Is she alive now?
Yes.
Do you see her sometimes?
Yeah. My mother is very difficult. See, I said to you earlier, I'm the oldest. She is very difficult to deal with, and I
Well,
deal
yeah.
with
I
her.
mean, well, yeah. You did you not know that the hoarding is all about emotional pain? What
Oh,
happened to
oh,
her? What
oh.
happened to?
Listen. So I've learned that in that journey, that it was emotional damage to my mom's.
Hmm.
Uh, she didn't have a great relationship with her own mother. She was, hard headed, and she wouldn't take advice from certain people that she needed to get advice from. That was the challenge right there. But yes, it is. I've learned myself through therapy, that it's a mental thing for her, and it,
I,
it has gotten worse
over
as
the
she got
years.
older.
Hmm.
I listen. It breaks my heart, but sometimes when you get older, it's nothing you really can do with that. I went to go visit her one time. The house was so like cluttered that I couldn't even find her. I was like, I was crying like, yo, oh my goodness, mom, really? And listen, and God has blessed me with, as you see, I'm a chef. He's blessed me with a great job. So money is not really an issue for me to take her. But you know what? As much as I have tried, right? She's like, no, I'm not doing this. So I'm like, you know what? I wash my hands with it. I go visit her. I tell her, I said, Ma, don't you want your grandkids and your kids to come have Thanksgiving or Christmas, spend time with you? We can't even do that. So,
That thing
no,
is deep, chef.
Yeah.
That pain, whatever that thing is, we don't know what it is. But whatever that thing is deep and she don't want no parts.
Nope.
She don't want to go into the deepest rhythms and regions of her own soul and open up that door and deal with that thing. I don't know what it is, but we see that her life, there you got her immediate surroundings and her wonderful children that she's been willing. Oh my God, that is something else. Ooh.
Yeah, it is. It truly is. Like listen, and you came to my show, but it's like, yo, listen, I'm very transparent like you. That's why I watch you because I'm transparent. I tell people, I said it's not for fame. This is like to help people for real,
Yeah, me
like really,
too.
really help because see, you ain't they're not the only ones that go through something. And still be successful. I got a parent that has mental issues. You know what I'm saying? And I still have
Mine,
to deal with her.
mine too. And the thing about it, when we're children, we don't know what mental illness is.
No.
We don't know that. I tell you what, the first time that I became aware that my mother was mentally ill was in my YouTube experience. There was this lady who worked in mental health, and she dropped down in my comment section. She left me a couple of paragraphs. And after I read the paragraphs, I just wept. I just started crying because then everything just flooded in. And this was after introspection, but I still didn't put it together. And then she was like, Cheryl, you know, have you ever thought that it sounds like your mother had, she had mental health issues? And now I know for sure she did. But she didn't know, Chef. She did not know that.
Hmm.
She did not know. I mean, I think about her not combing her hair. I think about her, you know, being in a nightgown every day and not going anywhere. And then sometimes, just not self care was bad. It was bad. That is not normal.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I miss her too.
Oh,
She's
she
gone now,
passed.
but I miss her very much.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Um, Gentleman's Corner said birth to becoming a man, accountability between, was all between. What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, wow, I didn't know this live was gonna go this way. The link is in the chat. And if anybody want to come back up and share and have this conversation with us, because we are survivors of bad parenting.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
that's it. You know, hey, listen. Even like with my dad. Now, my dad is he's my hero, but he at the end of the day, there was some things he have done too that as a grown man, mess me up sometimes too. So, um, listen, I want to share this with you. So this comes from having a poor relationship when I was a teenager with my pops. All
Mm,
right, so I was disobedient, right? So, and it took a while for me to get over this. I'm just gonna share this with you.
mm,
My dad, he told me not to do something, right? And for his punishment for me, he made me wear an outfit halfway burnt and cut up sneakers for 3 months in school. Now listen to this. Do you not know that carried that that whole thing carried over to me when I went to college? They laughed at me. Yo, they made jokes and everything, right? You know what I'm talking about? You talking about embarrassing? I was embarrassed. Thinking, but so that's we talk about, how hurt I was. I was hurt, like hurt. And it was embarrassing because you got my peers were laughing and joking and you know clowning me. I go out to a party. It's like, oh, don't talk to me, corny. His dad made him, you know, wear the same clothes. And I'm like, what? I'm grown. I'm 21 years old. And I'm looking at like, huh? So that took a minute.
because they remembered, like you just told me, like I dropped my head, because of that was number one, that was abuse
Yeah.
on so many levels, the embarrassment, the shame, the low self-worth, all these things he's doing in your inner world. You do you see what I'm saying? That is not okay.
No, that's why I shared it with you. When I look back at my
That's
life and I say
terrible.
that's messed up. Like, yo, you did that to me, and look what how it affected me growing up as a young adult. It affected me. You know what I'm saying? I had so with that, I had to like I had a complex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Complex
of
in myself.
course. Of
So I'm
course.
like, so I had to. So now, with that being said, I had to go and buy all these nice clothes. I had to dap myself up. I
You
had to,
dress really nice.
huh?
I say you dress really nice even to this day.
Oh, now yeah, it's like on a whole nother level. I'm buy expensive shoes, clothes, everything. I don't even, but I say all that to say not to brag, but that's the type of mentality I had grew into because you know my environment, the people, and also the that trauma. What I mean, I had to get over that. I got over it because now I got a wife, I got kids. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I ain't really trying to be looking fly for nobody else now. It's like just my wife
Yeah.
and my kids, teach them, what I'm saying, the value of life.
Yeah,
So
so that was like a daddy dearest situation.
yeah,
It's not just mommy dearest. That was a daddy dearest situation. That was abuse. That stayed with you. That emotional assault stayed with you for years.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? This
My
parenting
mom,
thing is
my
so
mom's
important.
made us wear church clothes in school.
Why? Were your
That's
parents were your parents
this what I was just living with my mother.
so
I
was she
went
a
for.
Was she a Christian?
Oh man, I'm not even gonna go there. She a Christian, but I'm not even gonna go there with that. I
Why?
didn't learn my faith because my faith and my walk didn't come from my mother. It came from my dad's side of the family.
But was she a Christian too?
Yeah, she was, but she ain't practice it. So I didn't really get to. I didn't really practice with my mom's. I practiced with my father. But she do. Yes, she is a Christian. Yes, she believe in Christ and everything. She believe in all that stuff.
But
But
she didn't live the lifestyle.
no.
But dad did. Was
So
he was he a strong Christian then when you were younger? When he made you wear those clothes?
nah. Well, no. He wasn't strong, but he was a Christian. But his walk wasn't as strong as it is now.
Yeah, so he was heavy on discipline,
Yeah, big time.
but
Look,
not
listen.
but not
Both
on love.
both of my parents abused me, beat me, abused me. I ain't man. Look, I ain't gonna. I'm not even gonna tell you no lie. They're both of them. So when it comes down, and you asked me that question earlier. When when it comes down to me being upset and mad with my mother, I'm mad about that because they both abused me. Nah, they both did, mentally and physically. But
Okay,
I
so
mean,
I want to
yeah,
talk about that.
go
I
ahead.
want to I want to talk about African Americans and the beatings, cuz we tend to adopt that idea that it's okay to beat our children. I don't know where you stand with it, but I'm against it. I've been against it for a long, 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 long time because um, I just feel like that we feel like it's okay to beat our kids and we celebrate it, and I feel like it does more harm than good. What do you think?
Uh, uh, when you talk about beating and discipline, it depends on how you do it in a certain manner.
I'm talking about hitting them with anything, your hand, a belt, a switch, or anything like no hitting. That's what
So
I'm
how
talking.
so for me, yeah, I think discipline is needed because a child is going to be a child. No matter what, they're going to be a disobedient. It's in them to be disobedient. So when you tell them not to do something, they're going to do it again.
Well,
So how
isn't that
do you,
just being human?
huh?
Isn't that just being human?
Of course, yeah, but how do you if you don't discipline your child? I give you an example. If you don't have no discipline for your child, a child, we talk about a child, uh, they can run out in the street because they don't have no fear. They say, oh, "I must run," so they're not listening. So
So
how do you?
is spanking them the only way to teach them boundaries and to teach them respect and to teach them to fear things that can hurt them? Is spanking the only way?
No, that's not the only way. It depends on the child, and because you could some children, which I do have a sibling, that he didn't get beatings as often because he saw me get them, so he didn't get into no trouble. So guess what? They didn't have to discipline him like they did me. So he didn't. He hardly got a beating. When he saw me getting a beating, listen, he knew not to do what I did.
Let me read Graham's comment, because
Okay.
you guys, y'all are gonna be a little bit different than us women, but y'all know how y'all do. But hold on. But when the kids don't get whoopings, they grow up spoiled and disrespect and entitled. I don't understand the concept of not whooping the child because the child will run over you if you don't listen. I've seen it. Okay, so let me just give you my spiel. Okay. I feel like that we don't need to whoop children at all. Now, children are very, very, very smart. From the time that they are born into the time that they're 7 years old, the brain is on steroids. Okay. Now the children are seeing, hearing, and feeling everything that's around them. The reason why I feel like they need a whooping is because they around them bad tail parents, and they see what they hear and see and feel what they hear, see, and feel. And then they do what they do. And then the parents say, no, don't you do that. But we just taught them to do that. I feel like if they were in a good environment where parents watched their behavior, where they saw parents talk out and have good, healthy ways of teaching boundaries, that the child will be the same way. I think they get it from us, and then we whoop them for doing it. That's what I
Uh,
think.
hey Cheryl, you look what you just said, right? That is possibly right. It all depends on the circumstance. Because I got an example for you. All right, I have five brothers, five. Okay, and
Hmm.
out of the five, only two of them have been locked up. Now you know what? Guess what? I said five. Guess what? Two of them been locked up in prison because my dad did not chastise them like he did me and the others. So because he didn't that, guess what? Everything that we could have done, the youngest ones they done. And so because of his lack of discipline, to them, guess what? They ran rank. They did everything under the sun because they had look. They's like, oh, dad's not gonna do nothing. Oh, it's okay. He's not gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that discipline, lack of discipline, guess what? They did. They just said, you know what? I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna get in trouble. So I think that's what the person that made the comment was talking about. Because guess what? Listen, sometimes it look if you're right. If you have two parents that are calm, don't do stuff, don't get into them, and the children see calm, nice communication, talking, they're
Or
going to be obedient. You know what I'm saying? When you really look at deep, like you said, this is the deep, right? When you go deep into it, you got to look at the parents that's having a child. That what type of mindset do they have? And you're right though. You know, when they got two parents coming together, if one has a disobedient spirit, one has a humble spirit. You know, now you got those two. Guess what? They have a child together. They're gonna have either a humble child or a disobedient child, a child that's gonna be rebellious. Every
but
every child, every
but
child's not rebellious.
chef, all children, all children have the tendency to be both good and bad. That's
Yes,
just human nature.
yes,
Right? So you can't really say you got one good child, you got one bad child, but what you can say is that you have a child who has a different type of temperament. But I'm saying, because this is a deep lane, we're not making the connection. Excuse me, Ashlyn, shut your door. She's out of school. We're not making the connection that we're teaching this behavior to those children.
no,
Um,
you're right. I agree with you. That the
We're
parents are
teaching it.
teaching that
And
type of
then what we
behavior.
do is we spank them for doing again what they've seen and heard and what they felt in our environment. Those children are a clean slate when they come here, um, chef. They're
No,
clean slate. And
yes,
what we don't understand is that brain is so powerful. It's nothing but a sponge. That's all it is.
yeah.
It's a sponge and it's going to take in everything. Even that television is taking it in. And I don't think we really understand that we're spanking our kids because we were spanked. And
Well,
and so to sit down and to talk to your child and to teach them the ability to reason, to use their brain, you teach them consequences, to teach them why not. Now it takes time now, and it takes energy. It's much quicker to just pick up a bell or switch and tap 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 tap, poop poop. That's easier to do that. I'm saying, I ain't gonna keep on talking to you now because I'm gonna go get my belt. And don't make me do it. It's so easy. You know what I'm saying? Quicker. But to sit down and to get their brain to working and let them know, look, if you do this, this, and this, we ain't gonna do that damn nap. So Monet with Ashlyn, she don't spank her. She say 1, 2, 3. She do that. That's been working since she turned like up until 4. But that don't work no more. So what she does with her is, I'm gonna take your stuff. Because she got a lot of good stuff. You know what I'm saying? She got Apple devices and stuff like that. I'm gonna take your stuff. You're not gonna play with me. And she stops. But so boys are different. I know boys are different. I know you get ready to say that.
no, no. What I was gonna say, I got daughters, so I really didn't have to go through that. I'm
You
not
don't
putting my
spank
hands
your
up.
girls.
No,
They
and
don't need it, do they?
I no,
I know.
I don't think a man should beat his daughters either.
Yeah.
I'm against that. Hey, you a man. You should listen. If you were to have a one like I said, it depends on the. I'm against men beating daughters. That ain't happening.
I am
'Cause
too. I am
that's a
too.
dangerous lane. That's a dangerous lane.
My daddy spanked me one time when I was 14 because my milkshake brought the boys to the yard. Literally.
Oh shit.
And look, it was about 10 of them out there. Boy, Lord, when he looked out that door, I was 14. Lord, that was my first spanking from my dad. And boy, he got me. I was so mad with him. I don't think I spoke to him for like 6, 7 months.
Nah,
Let me read a couple of comments.
okay. All right.
Sparkle said, yes, yes, girl. Okay. But if I didn't get spanked, I wouldn't be who I am today. But I understand what you're saying. Um, okay, Graham, I understand that, but I don't believe that. I believe that you could have been just as great as you are today without the spankings. But Sonya says, but dad beat me for just being born. Dang.
What?
But I idealized and adored my younger sister. Those and I want to throw this out here though. Gentleman's corner, I want to throw this out here. Sometimes parents beat children because they frustrated with life. I hate that. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
worstest
true.
thing.
That's true.
Sometimes. Sometimes. Jeez. Wait a minute. Granny never spoke twice. Next was the drop cord.
Oh
She
yeah, I
should have
got
been
beat.
put in jail. She should have put in jail for that.
Oh, hey, sure. I got beat with a drop cord too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine being hit with a drop cord. I think I'd be on my way to the morgue.
Nah, yeah. I look, listen. Whew. That's why I look. I'm like I said. It depends on the circle. That's why I think God didn't give me no sons. He gave me daughters.
Sonya said, yes, it was so hard living with him. That's abuse. And you know what he's teaching her, Chef? He's teaching her to, and he don't even know it. Dad is not aware. But he's teaching her that it's okay for her to be beat by another male.
Yeah.
Hmm. And dad is not even aware of that. The environment we grow up in play a role too, like you said before. It does, Graham says. Hmm.
Yeah.
We just got to be more careful. Like nowadays, our children are spoiled. All of us got spoiled children. Our children are spoiled. They are. They had it way better than we had it. They have better stuff. They just they don't get treated as rough like we did. Not as much neglect, hopefully. Um, but I really feel like we just need to get rid of them spankings. My mom and dad are both narcs. What can I do? Oh my God. How old are you, WV? Your mom and your dad. Good God. Normally that's odd because normally there's a healthy person and a narcissist or empath and a narcissist. It's rare that both of them are. What do we supposed to do? You want to handle that, Chef? What do
Huh?
we supposed to do? Can you answer this? What do we supposed to do if both parents are drug addicts?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Oh man, if they well, first of all, they acknowledge they both were drug addicts. They need to, ooh man, I'm sorry, I can't even answer that because that's a tough situation because you got to run. To be
I,
honest, no, I'm serious. Like I can't even answer that. Two
see, and
parents.
a lot of people don't understand. Like they don't understand that the first thing that they do, Chef, and no shade or nothing, but the first thing they'll do is to tell you to honor your mother and father. This is the thing, though. This is the tricky part. They have two parents that are not perfect people, but they're regular people, right? Not so toxic, not so broken, not drug addicts. You're asking somebody to honor your parents, but their parents are abusing them. So where is the line? What do you do about that? What I say is get out of there as soon as you can. That's what I say.
Of
Get
their
out of
parents
there.
abusing them. Yeah,
Yeah. Because
and if
both parents being drug addicts, that's abuse. Come on now.
you got to leave about it. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
like you
got to
said,
go.
and if they're uh, of age, yeah, they gotta go find somewhere else to live with another aunt, uncle, or something.
Yeah. It's time to grow up. I mean, I left home at 16. Gentleman Corner said, he said, I agree, leave the situation. Yeah. You got to grow up, baby. If you're 22, I know young people nowadays, they're not as mature as we were back in our day, Chef.
Hmm.
They don't they I don't know, y'all don't take on life's responsibility like we did, but you got to grow up. You got to get out of there, baby.
Yep.
You're
Yeah, get out of
22. Hmm. Well, Chef, I thank you for coming up here today. And I think we said enough about parenting. You really made the show today. Thank you. Thank you for being transparent. I appreciate that.
no
I
doubt.
respect that. That's what I love. You guys that are in the comment section, y'all think about coming up some of these days and having a conversation and sharing part of your life and part of your story. This is a life channel. We deal with life stuff. I see you over there, Chef. I know you a life channel too. You know, it's giving real. Okay, we don't do nothing fake over here.
Hey, look, did you see yesterday's show?
No, but I saw the one before that. I ain't
Hey,
went and
go.
looked at that yet.
Hey, look, go look at yesterday's show.
Okay,
It was crazy.
it
Look,
was crazy.
Lady T got in her feelings yesterday. She was kind of upset, but we all knew that she was upset. But we just let her ride, let her go through. But I was like, yo,
I
go ahead.
rock with Lady T.
And
Me and her, she and I have similar views very much.
listen, you listen. I know. Trust me, everybody love her because she sometimes she go in on me. I'd be like, okay, have your way. You know, have your way. We don't really argue, so you know how it go.
I
But
know she's a realist though,
yeah,
and she's more like me.
yeah, she
Um,
is. She is a feminist.
well, I don't consider myself as a
No,
feminist.
what I'm talking about, she is. She's
Okay,
all
but see,
about.
because feminists, they a little, they can get,
Yeah,
but people do think that I'm one, but I'm not.
no, she
But
is.
I'm certainly, I speak up for the women's. Yes, I do. I agree. Leaving the situation, Chef. Where are you located? Yeah. Can you put your link down there? Sonya, can you put Chef's link?
Let me
Can
see.
you find Chef Dennis and put his link in the chat? Yeah. I've been telling you when you come over, you were supposed. Can you put it in there, Chef?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
doing it right now.
All right. Anybody else want to say anything else before we end this wonderful session? It was wonderful. We got to do better. And for us who have adult children, when your child want to have a conversation with you, just please be quiet and let them talk. Does anyone believe beatings are a byproduct? Girl, don't get this because we're going to have this live get ready to shift on to part two. Does anyone believe beatings are a byproduct of colonization and enslavement? Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. That's where we get it from. And that's why I wish we would not do it. Oh, there are two more people up here. Oh, Lord, I'm about scared. There's Dennis. Add to stage.
Cheryl, did you see? I put it in the chat. Did they see it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that's
think,
what.
yeah, Chef Dennis. I see it.
Yes, that's it right there.
Okay. There's somebody else here. I hope this ain't nobody crazy.
Well, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Y'all have a
Enjoy.
good one. All right.
Enjoyed you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Mm, I don't know. Okay, that was it. All right, let me read your comment. Is this live about Rosie and her narcissistic attack she did on her daughters? I was absolutely disgusted by it. Yes, we did discuss that in the beginning of the live. Yes, this live is really about that. I was disgusted too. I was very much triggered, and I wanted to have a conversation about parents, not if parents that invalidate their children, parents who don't understand that by invalidating their kids, they're abusing them even more. And yeah, we've been talking about that this morning. What's up, Wheelchair Wilma in the building? What's up, Walter? I'm doing good. How you doing? Good morning. Thank you, Sonia. We are still continuing our live. Yes, Chef Dennis just dropped down. He shared he was very transparent with his life and him and his parents and all of that. It was awesome. I'm waiting for somebody. Yeah, he's still here. I'm waiting for somebody. So he said, wheelchair women, you missed a lot. I would love for somebody else to join me and let's talk. But yeah, I'm very, yeah, that was terrible. And the thing is, I don't know, I don't think Rosie knows. I don't think she's aware of how awful that was. Thank you, Walter. I don't think she knows. And, it's not okay, but then again, it is okay because we become aware or we become conscious of things at different times. Like if that's what you've seen and that's what people around you do and that's what you've always done, and that shit is just normal to you, but it's not normal, Rosie. It's not. It's not normal. It's really not. No shade. I didn't come here to throw you down and, throw you all the way in the trash can. But honey, it wasn't, it's not okay. And you need to figure out, because see, one day you're going to get old. And this is the thing. I don't think parents understand that. You're going to get old one day, Rose, and you're going to need some help. You see what I'm saying? Those same children that you abuse, Ashton, shut the door, baby, gonna end up having to take care of you. And they, Ashton, shut the door. Well, you need to be quiet now because I'm doing my morning live. They can't hear you. Ashley, I'm gonna tell your mama on you because you're giving me word for word now. I hear you talking. I don't want to hear you talking. Yum, 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 yum. Yep, I have. Monet just called you because she know you doing word for word. Okay, darling. So yeah, now she gone in the room. Oh, Rosie, no ma'am. No ma'am. And folks like Rosie, we can't do that, y'all. You gonna get old. I lived to see my mama get old. Me and her, we had a rough relationship. We really did. She treated me bad a lot of the times. She raised me. She taught me how to be mean. And then when I was mean to her, she punished me. See what I'm saying? See, that's why I did the live, because I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? She taught me how to be like that. And then when I did it to her, she was mad at me. And then I grew up, got married, left the house and everything. We still had issues in our relationship and everything. And she lived to get sick and to be old, and she needed support, and I gave it to her. But see, everybody not the same. Everybody is not the same, and some people don't decide to love their parent anyway. Some people leave them. So do. They leave them in a nursing home for people that they don't know, um, to take care of them. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, we got to do better. Would anybody else want to come up? I got to get these panel talks because y'all know me. I do visuals. I need your face in the place. Yes, I do. What's up, Latoya? How you doing, boo? Good morning. So we not in the streaming app. So actually, what I'm getting ready to do is do a mukbang, and and then I'll come over there with you, Nina. Yeah. Well, they don't really have to leave YouTube, but what they can do is watch content creators with content centered around deep diving and healing and introspection, instead of being on a panel with grown people talking about nothing, doing nothing, and hanging around with a whole bunch of nothingness. Yeah, nothingness. That's what I call it. Nothingness. That's all they need to do is stay off the panels day by day with people who don't have anything to add to the value of folks' lives. And you know what? Somebody said, one of the content creators said to me, I think it was Gabe. I think Gabe that be with Truth Hurts sometimes. Gabe said that he be on Truth Hurts panel because he need a break from reality, right? I remember when Gabe said that. He said it in my live stream one morning, right? So I really never like, I never forgot about that. And I was like, okay, well, we all do things to entertain us, right? We all got our different vices or whatever. But my thing is this: why don't you just fix your reality? Why don't you just fix it instead of avoiding it? You know, because if you got time to be on a panel every day, then you got time to heal. I love your lives. They are so eye-opening, and you teach us so much for free. You are an angel sent. Thank you, WV. Thank you so much. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up the live. Yeah, why don't you just work on you so that you don't have to escape into the lives? I don't think there's anything that I'm escaping into right now in my life, you know? So we've been talking about manifesting. What is that? Manifesting is bringing into reality, like the reality I just talked about, bringing into reality that thing or that person or these people or this place that you want, because you want to touch it, taste it, feel it, hear it, see it, reality. So it takes a certain type of energy to manifest and bring things into your reality. Instead of escaping into fantasy, why don't you work on manifesting into your reality? You know, that thing that's bothering you, that's causing you emotional and mental stress and and all of that. Let's get rid of those things and let's focus on healing and manifesting to create your reality. Okay, so for example, if I was homeless today and I didn't have my own resident with these my chairs and the roof and the air conditioner and the food in the kitchen, if I couldn't be in my own environment, because these are walls, this house is walls built around this house. I live here, this is my residence, my body. This house is where I house this, and the things in it is what I like for my comfortability and to assist me in this world, right? But I decide that I don't want to live in this house anymore. Okay, then what do I do? What do I do? Well, I got to find out where I want to live. And then I got to find out, okay, do I want to sell this house or do I want to rent it out to somebody and just move? But where do I want to move to? Do I want a tiny house? Do I want a bigger house than the one I live in? Do I buy me an RV? Or do I sell the house and go stay with a friend of mine who has a house with no mortgage? Like, what do I want? So that is what you call thinking about what you want to do in this world and what it takes to manifest that. So you're in a toxic relationship with a person that you know who don't like you. They say they love you, but they don't even like you. And you're not happy. Well, what do you do? Well, I think I'm going to leave this relationship. I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to heal. Then I'm going to get my own place. And then maybe I'll get in another relationship. Or maybe I'll love again, but not right now. That's living. That's living, manifesting. That's what you spend your energy on. Not in these worthless, endless conversations with these people who don't want to live and experience life in a different way. Rosie, work on your relationship with your daughter. Work on your relationship with your daughter. Take every bit of your energy to repair that relationship now. And I tell you what, you won't have no energy for that place that you be over there. You won't have no energy for that. Trust and believe. Okay? But anyway, I'm always giving y'all some advice. I'm always giving you some advice. And I tell you what, that take your own advice and work on a relationship with your son and your daughter. Well, Cynthia, since you're a panel person, because y'all don't know UP, you don't know her. You don't know where she stay. You don't know shit. You just know what comes out of that hole in her face. My daughter is right back there in that back room. Yes, she is. We getting ready to go to Myrtle Beach and have us a wonderful time. Yes, we do. Uh-huh. Me and my daughter have Fantastic relationship. My son over there grown in his own place, living his own life. He just spent some time with his children. Y'all remember when he told y'all he hadn't seen his kids? Well, guess what life did? Life made sure he saw his kids. And you know what? Before he saw his kids, guess what? He and I were talking. Y'all don't block nobody. Don't block nobody. Don't block nobody. He and I were talking, and he would call me so that I tell him, you know what I told him, Cynthia, with your funky ass. Listen, since you over here, listen now. You know what I told him? This before he manifested, before he figured out, before all of this happened, before that, in the invisible world where Cheryl live at, because I'm a manifester. See, I don't know you. Hey, trucker's wife, because you're about to get me sturdy. I don't know you and about your funky ass life. But you know me because I'm that bitch. I'm full of courage. I share my stuff. Now listen to me. Before my son figured it out, he called me so I could speak that life into him. And you know what I told him? After a while, it's going to work out. You and your children going to be back together. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it one more day. When you in your private time, you sit right there and you remember what it's like to have your children right before you. Remember their voice. Remember how they smell. Remember their laughter. Remember it, Cynthia, you damn battle axe. Remember that I'm giving you this shit free and you done got on my nerves. Smell your children. Listen to their voice. Spend time. Don't stress. Take the energy as if your children were right there, baby. And your kids going to be right there with you. You know what happened the other day? See, girl, don't mess with me, girl. I'm real. This is a real channel. I ain't that thing over there behind that wall. I ain't that thing fake and phony as that ain't me. And now my son is elated. And so is his mother. And now he's happy. And so am I. Now you worry about your children with your funky ass. I know your husband don't even want you. I know he don't. And then my daughter is getting ready to manifest a wonderful mortgage. You'll see the house. Now go to hell. Don't worry about me. Sure don't have to lie. If I told y'all about bad relationship with my mom, if I told y'all about washing my ass in the creek, if I told y'all about this, and that, I told you about the bad parts. I'm damn sure gonna tell you about the good parts. And honey, you will see it in the land of the living. Now go to hell. Now go on right on to hell and go over there with that fake ass channel, with that fake ass crybaby. Now go on now. Go on. Go on over there where she at. Dumb. Y'all so dumb. I ain't never seen a bunch of old pissy pampers dumb. Get on my nerve. Y'all just jealous. Y'all just jealous of the Grabowski, and I know it. You know what I'm saying? Join the damn party. Join the party. But listen, y'all, all the people who got their minds clear, look, spend your energy on manifesting. Don't worry about pissy pampers. Don't worry about them. They ain't going to change. They can't do nothing different. They don't know nothing different. Only thing they going to do is go over there and hear somebody preach a sermon. They don't preach 50,000 times. Don't worry about that. Come over here and get some life lessons. Cheryl, maybe she need to smell herself first. Her nose stopped up smelling like a super wet. Trucker wife, girl, you crazy. Ain't nobody studying, nobody, and we ain't even got to block you neither. What's up, Dylan? Hey, baby, good morning. We ain't even got to block it. No, man. I'm going back over there with the pissy pamper. Go on. And don't get mad at me for talking about Rosie. She need to treat her daughter better. You probably got one you treat bad. Yeah, damn sour puss. That's all what's wrong with you. Hit dog gonna holler every time. I'm working to be in people business. How about you? What you doing on YouTube? Making now fucking penny? Don't worry about me. I'm an entrepreneur. Hey, good morning. Just at work, just trying to survive this heat. Well, stay out the heat, baby. Stay out the heat. Okay, stay out the heat. Stay out the heat. Girl, you stirred up. I ain't read that one of your comments, girl. I'm looking right past your comments because you know I'm a streamer now. Now, yeah, I know what I'm doing now. What's up, JC in the building? What's up? Diane, yes, I'm a Scorpio. Ain't something y'all, you're not gonna buy. They don't need for you to keep typing. I'm not reading none of it. No, no, you ain't making no money. Sure, working. Don't worry about me. Well, that's why you always see me in this app. Not only am I helping people and increasing the value of the quality of their life. What's up, Dylan? Scorpio? I mean, Virgo. Oh, boy, Virgo. I love y'all, but y'all get on my nerves. Loves the Virgo. My God. Nina, you hate Virgos. You hate them, girl. Go, Cynthia. You was triggered. Go ahead. No. Go, you triggered, girl. Go keep on. Anytime you comment, you paying me anyway. Thank you. We aren't the same. All Virgos are not the same. My daughter's dad a Virgo. I mean, but the Virgo love is intense, Nina, ain't it? Virgo's got some love to give, okay? Girl, she is triggered, girl. Every time you comment, you paying me. Go on to pay me some more. Pay me some more. That's why I said don't kick y'all out. Every time you come over here talking some junk, you done pay me a little piece, girl. I made a little piece of more money, girl. Okay? I'm just telling y'all. We are loyal and always loving and ready if you need a. I don't know about the loyal dealing. I don't know about that. They do, but they right, Nina. I don't know about that loyalty, baby. Y'all giving a little piece of trickster. Girl, ain't nobody worried about you, girl. Thank you for paying me. I thank you. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Cynthia Green. I appreciate you, girl. Dylan, y'all don't know that loyalty is to save y'all life. You've always been okay. I can get with it, Dylan. We're not gonna talk about you because everybody ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? But me and Nina got the same kind of vibe about the Virgo now. They for everybody. They're a little piece for everybody now. They cheaters though, Dylan. How old are you? How old are you, honey? Cause them Virgos, they got whole vibes, little piece. Cheryl, would it be too much to ask you to sing the good morning? Good morning. Da, 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 da. Good morning. Da, 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 da. Good morning. Good morning. Do, 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 do. Good morning. Da, 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 da. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Boop, boop. One more time. Good morning. Da, 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 da. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Good morning. There you go, girl. Girl, is you still woo, child? Lord have mercy. Girl, is you still typing, girl? You are so triggered. JC girl said that good morning song is my jam. Latanya, what's up in the building, girl? Hey, girl. Girl, we just finished the morning song, girl. We were talking about Rosie, but I don't know Rosie's link because I wouldn't mind if y'all put it in here. But I don't know. Cynthia, you're one lucky heifer because I know one of us mods want to take your son. You lucky Shirley. You weird. Woo! Trucker wife. Go on and get her, girl. Cause I don't want her bothering you. You can get her if you want to. It's up to you. Okay. No. That's only fair if I talk about a content creator. I'll put the link in the chat. You know, because listen. I believe in doing what's right. It don't do nothing but bless me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, y'all. Y'all could put her link in here if y'all know it. I don't know it. I don't even know the channel name. I don't know it. Latanya, we done had a good time this morning. Chef Dennis came over and on my panel, and he discussed his it was a really good one. It was what I plan on doing future wise. So he came up here. He was very transparent like me. We talked about his childhood. He shared a lot with us, and everything. He talked about his mom and his dad. He talked about the mother being a hoarder and they breaking up, and dad raised him. He talked about being abused by both of them and everything like that. So please, y'all, go back and watch it, y'all. But if all hearts and minds are clear, I will see y'all. Well, we can ready to do a mukbang. So I'll see y'all in about 10 minutes in the streaming app. Bye, Nina. Love you, girl. See y'all later. Thank you, moderators in the building. Thank you for everybody who came by, and Miss Green too. Cause Miss Green, girl, go on somewhere, girl. Bye, y'all.